What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Wingin It, the show with hot takes from your fellow UB Bulls. I'm your host, Zach Carr, clinical assistant professor in the Department of Communication here in the College of Arts and Sciences. In this video series, we cover all the burning topics for first year and continuing students in the College of Arts and Sciences while we sample delicious and unique wings prepared for us by our friends at Campus Dining and Shops. On today's episode, I am joined by senior Ryan Dewan, majoring in biological sciences. Ryan, great to have you here. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely. So today we're gonna be chatting about one of my favorite topics, which is all things experiential learning, right? From study abroad to internships to being an undergrad research assistant. I love this topic because not only does it enhance the undergraduate journey, but it gives you those kind of life skills post-college. So we're gonna get into that in a second. But first, let's get to our first wing. Are you ready?
Of course.
The motto on this show is we go from mild to wild. So thankfully, we're starting off with a nice, comfortable garlic parm chicken wing. You ready to go?
That's fine with me.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
We'll do the salute and the cheers here.
All right.
Let's get it. Ooh, it's messy. I love it.
All right, that's a great way to start off.
That's a great way to start. I need that at this time in the morning. Let me tell you right now.
Sorry, we gotta build up a little.
That's
We're
right.
taking one more bite.
One
I'm
more
fine
bite.
with that.
Because I'm only gonna take one of the really ones. Yeah, 100%. It's great, delicious. Good flavor.
Oh yeah.
Not too crispy either. I'm one of those like anti-buffalo guys where I don't like them too crispy.
Sometimes when they're too crispy, they just like
Lose
flake
the
off.
flavor.
They flake
That's
off.
right. Lose the flavor.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're in agreement on this. Okay, Ryan. First question. You've been involved in a lot of different activities at your time at UB, right? So
Yeah.
undergraduate research to you were in the symphony orchestra,
Yep.
and you know that's awesome. It's so incredible. And I think people watching this, you know, it sounds like it's easy to get involved, but it's not always easy for everybody. Some students even find it to be kind of inaccessible. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got involved and what was the process for you to kind of join up and any tips and tricks for anyone out there?
Well, yeah. So I actually started out during COVID, which seems like forever ago.
Yeah.
4 years, time flies by. So
God bless you.
thank you.
All of us, right?
Yeah, so when I started here, I was pretty isolated. I had a single dorm room all to myself. I was lucky in regards of not getting COVID, but I had a single dorm, and I kind of just had to venture out. This place kind of seemed like a graveyard because not a lot of people came here.
Right,
I
right.
had one lab in person that I had to come to, and I was like, oh, okay.
That's it.
So, it was kind of hard to make friends, but to begin, I kind of just reached out and kind of just
You just went for it.
yeah, I took that step. That's probably the hardest thing. I kind of did some research on what is fun here. I actually had an older brother who went here.
Okay.
He was a year older than me. He was a bio major as well and a physics major. So he kind of showed me the ropes, and I kind of started building off with him. Then I kind of started going my own way. And then getting into clubs and everything, I didn't really start until after freshman year because wanted to be safe and not get COVID.
Sure.
So sophomore year, actually one of my friends was in the symphony orchestra. He became my roommate, and he told me about it. And I've been playing violin for about 17 years now.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
I'm a piano guy. I sing and I do drums, so I love anyone that's in the musical realm. I love this. Okay.
Yeah. So I was desperately trying to play some orchestra because that kind of was something I like to do in my pastime. Sure. So he told me, he was like, yeah, there's symphony orchestra. We did do it over Zoom last year, but I think we're going to be doing it in person now. And I was thinking, how do they do it over Zoom?
Yeah,
But
that's 100%.
So I then joined. I was kind of scared at first because it's people of all different majors, all different colleges, even some people that weren't even in college at all. Some people who just wanted to play.
Right.
And taking that step was very scary, but it allowed me to play in a bunch of different concerts, played many different pieces, and yeah. So that was my orchestra kind of experience. And then in terms of research, this was probably the biggest step because I didn't like doing labs in person for biology because it's very mundane. You have the same steps over and over again. You got to write lab reports. Of course, no one likes writing lab reports. So I was like, I know I needed research kind of as an aspect for medical school. So I kind of saw a flyer for something called C-STEP, and I asked my brother about it. And C-STEP is the Collegiate Science and Technology Entry Program.
Cool.
And it kind of helps out underrepresented students with kind of grounding themselves in undergrad and giving them the connections.
Yeah.
So I decided to apply, and luckily I got in.
That's cool.
So
theme here, I mean, you saw an opportunity like a flyer, right? And kind of closed your eyes and just went for it.
Yeah.
I mean, easier said than done, right?
Yes, very much.
But it sounds like, some advice you might give would be like, even though it might be scary, close your eyes, make the move.
Yes, especially here at UB.
Especially at UB. I couldn't agree more. That's great. I appreciate that. Amazing. All right, you ready for our second wing?
Of course.
Okay, so we're just slowly getting towards wild here.
All right.
So we're gonna be doing tropical mango habanero sauce.
Tropical
ready?
mango.
Wing number 2.
All right, let's see
what we got. Let's see if I cry yet. Oh, well, there we go. All right, here we go.
Here we go. Okay. You can feel a little tingle of heat. Little tingle of heat, but it's a good heat. It's a good heat.
Good heat. It's the kind of heat I like. Oh, now it's starting. See, that's the thing for me. Is it going to be a delayed?
I hate the delayed.
Oh.
The delay's the absolute worst. I just want to get it over with.
I might get another bite. I'll tell you, campus dining shops,
they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. These are some fantastic wings. Amazing. Okay. So let's go a little bit more into the undergraduate research stuff, right?
Of course.
I mean, that's a really broad concept. I'm in the Department of Communication. We are big on research, a little bit different than the hard sciences, but that's a pretty broad term. In a place like UB, people are studying everything from media, morality, primate behavior, ecology, immigration, and everything in between. So talk to us a little bit about what your lab does and what you're involved with, right?
Yeah.
And what are the topics that they look at?
Of course. So my lab, I work under my PI, principal investigator, named Dr. Stuart Clark.
Cool.
He works in the Department of Pharmacology and Toxicology. I kind of was assigned to him through C-STEP. It's a funny story. They're like, what are your interests? So I put neurodegenerative diseases, clinical aspect of stuff, and also cardiovascular disease. So they kind of threw me with him, and I was not expecting what I'm doing today. So I actually work with rats, big surprise. Yes, a lot of people
I love that. No, that's great. I was kind of expecting something like that, but it's just great to hear someone say it. So,
When I tell people that I work with rats, they think of New York City rats, the scary rats, but these
are the non-scary.
These are non-scary rats.
These are the mild rats.
Yes, yes.
Gotcha.
So I work with rats, and our lab, we kind of conduct 2 different types of research. So the side that I'm on is we focus on a disease called progressive supranuclear palsy. That's just a rare form of Parkinson's disease that's very rarely seen. It's about 6 in every 100,000 people, and there's currently no therapeutics or medication enabled to help it.
We're talking about incredibly relevant, necessary work here.
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's been ongoing for the past, I think, almost 2 years now. And what I do is I work with these rats. So what we do is kind of we inject them with a protein that turns the wrong shape. And once it turns the wrong shape, it kind of spreads throughout the brain, and we kind of see what it does, because that protein has been found to be the leading pathology concern in humans. So we're like, let's take that and put that in the rats and see if we can build an animal model that resembles both the symptomology, or the symptoms that you would see in a clinical setting, and also a pathological side when you do immunohistochemistry, or like take a look at the brain.
Wow, so unbelievable. I mean, I always say UB is a place where great people are doing great things, and that is really a wonderful example of that.
Thank you.
So I love
Thank
that.
you.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. All right, you ready?
Okay.
Hitting our halfway mark here.
All right.
This one's easy, y'all. We are just doing the kind of I shouldn't say standard, but the classic Buffalo hot wing.
All right.
All right, we ready?
I love these.
Let's get it.
Yep. There's that flavor.
There's that flavor. Little kick.
That's good.
See, again, not too crispy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that. Not too crispy. All right, I'll take another bite.
Yep.
I'm doing that because I know when we get to the
Yeah,
real
I'm about to say
wild,
we might have to do one bite for these next 2.
it's gonna be a nibble. Okay. So, real quick, off the point of the research that you're doing, what's some people might not know, what's a day in the life like of a undergrad research assistant in the lab that you're working in? Kind of what's that look like?
Well, I can tell you it varies from day to day.
Okay,
I will
that's
tell
good.
you that.
We like variety.
Yeah. So, I mean, just even this week, I was helping out with 4 different projects, just within the lab. One of them was this is kind of gruesome, but they started taking the brains out of the rats in order to do the chemistry and everything, in order to see if there's any pathological difference.
Good chicken wing
there's that
dialogue.
one.
I like it.
Exactly. So that's one thing I was doing this week. Another thing I was doing MRI analysis.
Wow.
Actually, we are partnered with Roswell, so
Very cool.
every few months I would go to Roswell, scan the MRIs for the rats. So put the rats in a little MRI machine, and then we get the MRIs.
It's like an actual little MRI machine for
Oh
that?
no, it's not little. That thing is
massive.
huge just for a tiny little
Wow.
rat. So I did that over the summer actually, but in terms of now I'm doing the analysis for it. So I've been analyzing the rat MRIs. I've also been helping out with some behavioral experiments. So like just this morning I was in the research lab and I was putting rats on a horizontal ladder and watching them walk across. And that actually tests for a certain like symptom that you would see clinically.
Okay.
And that's actually like your gait or your walking manner.
Wow.
So like if they had a different walking manner than what they did a few months ago, then we could see that, okay, there's a difference there.
So this is not, I mean, there's some variety here.
Oh yeah.
Day to day.
Oh yeah. It's not like those lab courses where you just sit there and you're just like the
stereotypical
usual
kind of things.
Yeah. So it's way more than that, and the possibilities are endless because if you really push yourself to ask the questions of the unknown, you'll be able to do a lot more.
That's what's up. Oh, I love that. Very cool. Okay. You ready? Second to last wing.
Okay,
All
so
right.
here we
All
go.
right, all
I'm
right.
told this is our second hottest wing, okay? This takes, we got heat-rich habaneros to a foundation of sour cherries.
For a combination we all love, fruit and fire.
Huh?
Okay, are you ready?
Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see.
Good luck to all of us. Here we go.
All right.
A little drier.
Okay. The fruity comes first. Now you know I'm waiting for the fire. Hold on.
Wait for the, oh. There it is. Oh, yeah. It was like half a second. Oh, okay, we're feeling it now.
That one's okay. I guess I might need some water.
Fruity, yeah, that's why we got milk here as well. Thank you, everybody.
The milk's the emergency for me. Let's see.
Yeah, I have to go there first. That's good though, I like it. The fruit
Yeah.
kicked, and then the heat didn't take too long to get in, which I really liked. Campus dining, I'm telling you, coming through again. Okay, so this is it's kind of a life question, but you're doing a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Classes, homework, research. You did symphony orchestra. You're involved in organizations like UB Men of Color. I hear you also have a part-time job or multiple jobs. One at the Key Bank Center,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
This is a question I think I get this from a lot of students that I work with is how do you balance it all? How do you stay sane?
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, so what I like to do is I like to plan out my day in advance. So,
Okay. Organization then?
Yes.
Okay.
So, say on Sunday, I'm getting ready for Monday. Say I have work at Key Bank Center Monday night. I have research I have to go into. I have tutoring. I kind of plan it out my day out so that I'm not late to anything. And the good thing is, now that I'm a senior, I only have class Tuesday, Thursdays.
Okay,
I only
that helps.
have one class.
That helps.
So that it helps a lot tremendously. So I like to plan my day out. And then like if I have free time, I'm able to get some work done or something along the side. But yeah, so like, and then other times I also do intramural basketball and volleyball. So
let's go.
yeah, I actually play volleyball with my twin sister. She goes here.
Oh, amazing.
She's
Shout out.
Yeah, she's a law student here. So
Oh, that's what's up.
yeah,
Very cool.
So there's
So organization, kind of planning ahead.
yes.
I mean, sounds like some discipline too, you know?
Oh yeah, it's some discipline. I mean, freshman year. Also get your sleep. That's another thing. That's a big thing. I always get my sleep. I always get my 7 to 8 hours regardless, no matter, even if I have content I'm behind on in
forget
terms of
about
school.
that.
Yeah. And that's probably the big thing of what keeps me going. Because if I'm running on doing all this on 2-3 hours of sleep, I ain't gonna make it. I will say that right now. So there's gotta be some discipline when it comes to having a daily routine.
Yeah.
But then again, if you can find that earlier, like I had that, I was able to find it early because COVID kind of forced me
okay.
to gear myself into like that mentality because I couldn't do anything else. So I kind of call COVID a blessing and a curse at the same time.
You know,
so,
it was an opportunity for us to take advantage. You know, when we presented with it, right? You know, that's
Yeah.
how we look at it, how we frame it.
Exactly.
Oh, that's great. I love it. All right, Ryan. Awesome insights so far. We got one wing left. Okay. One question left. Are you
All right.
ready? Okay. This is the spiciest.
I don't know
wing
if
we
I'm
have.
ready for the wing, but the question.
Yeah. Fair. Okay, this is what we got. I'm told it is Caribbean influenced sauce.
Okay.
Combines pineapple and mango
Okay.
with a trio of chilies, including, ready for this?
Oh, boy.
The infamous ghost pepper chili.
Oh, all right.
Whew. Okay, well, it's been nice knowing everybody.
Yeah, right?
Okay, here
Right?
we go.
Here we go. Cheers.
Let's get it. Cheers. Oh, it's like sticking to my lips, too. It is a delicious flavor.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
That hits right away. No delay on that one.
None.
Woo!
All
And it's
right.
sticking on the lips too. Ooh. Okay. And then we always have to ask a question after we have this one.
Yeah.
Again, shout out to Campus Dining Shops. They know how to
They know how to cook
They
up
know how
a
to,
wing.
they know how to make them wings.
All right, so as we cry through this, good, very good. All right, so my favorite question of all these is always, if you could go back and give yourself kind of, one piece of advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. COVID, first year Ryan.
Yes. Yes.
Now that you've kind of walked it through, you're successful, you're doing a lot. What would that piece of advice be?
I mean, probably the biggest piece of advice I would give is don't settle.
Okay.
Always look for more.
Okay.
Possibilities are endless here at UB. Like, there is so much stuff that you can do. If you just go walk and go look at a flyer wall, there's 100 flyers right there you can go and do, and that'll completely change your whole trajectory of your undergrad career.
Absolutely.
Like, for me, I didn't know there was an early assurance program for medical school here for underrepresented, but I found that my sophomore year and I was able to apply. See, if I didn't apply and I wasn't accepted, my whole trajectory would be different. So just go out there and just don't be shy.
100%.
Put yourself out there.
Oh, I love that. That's great. Don't settle.
Yes.
As I'm crying, it's not just what you're telling me. It's still on my lips.
I'm pretty motivational. I will say that. I will say
Deep
that.
words. That's amazing. Ryan, thank you so much. This has been awesome. Thank you for sharing some wings and some insights with us.
No problem.
Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time on Winging It with more hot takes and delicious wings. Thank you so much.